Barack Obama was a horrible president, a terrible radical, and the best liar in modern American history, bar none.
So Ben Shapiro just dropped a bombshell analysis about Obama's political comeback and why it's the biggest threat conservatives face. He's arguing Obama never went away. He's been building power behind the scenes, and 2028 is his revenge tour. Let's break down why this matters.
Because while Barack Obama promoted the most radical policies, racial polarization, socialization of the healthcare system, surrender abroad, abortion, trans radicalism here at home, then he was defeated by Donald Trump. There would be no Donald Trump era without the far left insanity of the Obama era. So
the polling data backs this up perfectly. Obama's approval rating cratered from 69% in 2009 to 45% by 2016, driving working-class whites to Trump by massive margins. Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, states Obama won twice, flipped red because his progressive agenda alienated traditional Democrats.
But what if the Obama era is just beginning again? What if Donald Trump defeating Obamaism was not Return of the Jedi, it was A New Hope? Sure, President Trump blew up the Obama Death Star in 2016, but what if Barack Obama is back and building a newer, larger, more powerful Death Star? What if what comes next in this story is the Obama empire striking back? Well, that's not a what if. That is the reality.
The Star Wars metaphor is brilliant because Obama's infrastructure never died. His foundation, Netflix deals, media partnerships, he built a shadow operation while Trump was president. Now Biden's weak, Harris lost badly, and there's a leadership vacuum Obama's perfectly positioned to fill.
Barack Obama and his radical boys are taking over the Democratic Party. They are radical, they are vicious, and yes, they are incredibly talented, and yes, they can win. That's what comes next in this story if we don't stop it. This is The Ben Shapiro Show. So Barack Obama has been back in the headlines a lot recently.
This is what makes Obama uniquely dangerous compared to AOC or Bernie. They sound radical, so people reject them. Obama packages the exact same socialism in charm and professorial tone. He made transgender bathrooms sound reasonable. That's terrifying political skill.
The thing about Obama is that he is wildly talented. So unbelievably talented that every Democratic politician since the Obama era has lived under Obama's shadow. Right? He is charming, and he is kind of avuncular in his approach. And here he was with Stephen Colbert.
I'm looking for a new gig soon.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of people tell me I should run for president.
Well, you certainly have the look.
Thank you very much.
You have the hair.
Well, for the record, I think it's a stupid idea. How dumb do you think it is for people to say that I should run for president?
Well, the bar has changed.
That is true. That is true. At times subterranean.
So
I don't have to limbo so low.
Let me put it this way. I think that you could perform significantly better than some folks that we've seen.
All right.
Yeah. I have great confidence in that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Is that an endorsement?
It was not.
Okay, so again, Obama's really, really good at this. Right? Even I, who think that Obama was the death of modern American politics, acknowledge how talented Barack Obama is.
Remember, Obama went from state senator to president in 4 years. No politician in modern history has that trajectory. He mainstreamed gay marriage, government health care, and climate extremism faster than anyone thought possible. Other progressives dream of his execution speed.
People perceive Barack Obama as moderate because he is charming and because he is unthreatening to people in his affect. But Barack Obama was, and continues to be a radical leftist. The most important clip from this interview with Stephen Colbert is the one where he says there is no divide. He's not wrong about this.
This admission is huge. For years, moderate Democrats claimed their party had reasonable and extreme wings. Obama just confessed it's all one movement. The moderate mask is off. They're openly embracing democratic socialists like Mamdani as normal.
There is no divide between liberals and leftists. Many of us have been pointing out that there seems to be a conflict inside the Democratic Party between kind of old school liberals and the hardcore left. Zohran Mamdani is not reflective of the entire Democratic Party. There's a John Fetterman wing of the Democratic Party. Barack Obama says no. Zohran Mamdani is the leadership class of the Democratic Party. There is no conflict between the leftists and the liberals. Here he was explaining to Stephen Colbert.
Zohran Mamdani literally calls Israel genocidal and wants to abolish capitalism. He's a democratic socialist who supports Hamas. Obama calling him just normal reveals how far left the party baseline has shifted. This isn't moderation, it's radical normalization.
He says Zohran Mamdani is just a normal politician who wants to, just fight for affordable housing. That is not true. Zohran Mamdani is an open socialist who openly sympathizes with terror groups. That's who Zohran Mamdani is. And Barack Obama is hugging him and saying that he's just normal Democratic. He's not worried about the gap between the liberals and the left. Why? Because Zohran Mamdani, Barack Obama, they are the same. They are the same. Barack Obama is just more talented at hiding who he is and who he was.
Classic Obama gaslighting technique. He doesn't deny the radicalism. He reframes it as mainstream common sense. Of course we should have boys in girls' bathrooms. What's extreme about that? He shifts the Overton window while sounding reasonable.
Still think this is the most revealing paragraph that Barack Obama ever wrote. Quote, I know I have seen the desperation and disorder of the powerless, how it twists the lives of children on the streets of Jakarta or Nairobi, in much the same way as it does the lives of children on Chicago's South Side. How narrow the path is for them between humiliation and untrammeled fury, how easily they slip into violence and despair. I know that the response of the powerful to this disorder, alternating as it does between a dull complacency and, when the disorder spills out of its prescribed confines, a steady, unthinking application of force, of longer prison sentences and more sophisticated military hardware, is inadequate to the task. Okay, now, I know that's a little fancy. What he is saying there is just that every poor person on planet Earth, in America and outside America, lays at the foot of American capitalism and imperialism.
That paragraph reveals pure third worldist ideology. America as global oppressor, police as occupying army, poverty as justification for violence. This isn't liberal, it's revolutionary Marxism wrapped in academic language. Obama's been consistent for decades.
This has been the guiding philosophy of Barack Obama for his entire career. That somehow America is guilty of all of these crimes, and it is indistinguishable from the radical leftism of Zohran Mamdani. And Obama has always been radical. He's always been The reason I'm saying all of this, by the way, is not because I wish to just rip on Barack Obama. The reason is because Barack Obama is reclaiming the leadership position of the Democratic Party.
Biden's cognitive decline and Harris's spectacular loss created a massive power vacuum. Obama's the only Democrat with both the credibility and organizational capacity to fill it. He's been waiting for exactly this moment since 2016.
A lot of people seem to remember Barack Obama as some sort of moderate. He was not moderate at all. I'm going to remind you how not moderate he was, because again, he's trying to grab the Democratic Party and control it moving forward. First,
the media spent 8 years rewriting Obama as this calm, scandal-free moderate. Pure revisionist history. He weaponized federal agencies, imposed transgender ideology, and deliberately inflamed racial tensions. But his charm made people forget the radicalism.
Barack Obama as president sued nuns to promote abortion. Barack Obama as president forced public schools to allow boys to use girls' bathrooms. Barack Obama used his IRS to target political opposition. Barack Obama lied in 2008 about his position on same-sex marriage and then bathed the White House in a rainbow flag. Barack Obama promoted racially polarizing lies in order to weave DEI into every area of American life. Barack Obama is singularly responsible, by the way, for the decline in race relations in America. This is the single most telling chart in modern American history. Look at this chart. Okay, this is a chart of how people would rate relations between the various groups in the United States. It's from Gallup.
These aren't partisan talking points. They're documented policy positions. Obama sued the Little Sisters of the Poor over contraception mandates. He threatened schools over bathroom policies. He used the IRS against Tea Party groups. The record is crystal clear.
In 2007, before Barack Obama was president, almost 80% of white adults and almost 60% of black adults said that race relations were good. And by the time Barack Obama was in the middle of his second term in 2013, still just above 70% of whites thought race relations were good. And increasingly, black people thought race relations were good as well, 65%. Then by 2015, off a cliff. By 2015, white adults rated race relations as good, only 45%. Black adults, that dropped to 50%. And that just continued its decline to a low in 2021 for black adults of 32%, 33%. Okay, that was under Barack Obama. That is when the drop happened in the first place. That's when it happened.
That Gallup data is devastating. Race relations were improving for decades until Obama deliberately polarized them. Ferguson, Trayvon Martin, Baltimore. He consistently sided with rioters over police. The 50-point drop wasn't accidental. It was strategic racial division.
Obama is and has been the single most radical active driver in his party. He did not go away. He's not like George W. Bush, where he was president and then he went away. He has been active and he's going to get more active. He is a master at shifting ideological goalposts without being noticed, cloaking his radicalism as some form of moderation. And again, the key to all of this, the reason that Obama is particularly threatening is because, one, he's an excellent organizer, and two, he is the single most creative and convincing liar in modern American history.
Unlike Bush or Clinton, who stayed quiet after leaving office, Obama built a political machine. His foundation, Organizing for Action, Netflix partnership, it's all preparation for this comeback. He never left politics. He just went underground.
Building. He already has his comms team out there. They never went away. The entire Pod Save America bro network, right? They are all out there. They are very powerful in terms of the public communications apparatus. They have allies all over the media, obviously. And they are normalizing every single bit of the far left agenda. Again, Jon Favreau at Pod Save America is hugging Hassan Piker.
When you say Hamas is 1,000 times better, do you actually mean that? Or is that a rhetorical move or like a solidarity signal? Like what?
I mean, it's all of the above. I do mean it. I think it's a rhetorical move because it frustrates a lot of people. I've also said I'm a harm reduction voter. I'm a lesser evil voter, and therefore I would vote for Hamas over Israel every single time.
Again, these are the Pod Save America. Those guys are still out there. They're the communications apparatus for Team Obama, and they are uniting with the most radical Democrats,
Pod Save America isn't just a podcast. It's Obama's media operation. They've been conditioning liberals for his return while building bridges to the radical left. Jon Favreau praising Hassan Piker shows how they're unifying moderates with actual communists.
According to Axios, there is a new influential foreign policy group to help potential 2028 presidential candidates and bring together national security specialists who could staff the next Democratic administration. It's called National Security Action. It was founded by Ben Rhodes, who was the chief foreign policy advisor after writing unpublished novels in his crappy Brooklyn apartment for years. He was selected by Barack Obama to be his sort of anti-Israel advocate in the White House. Ben Rhodes' literal nickname in the White House was Hamas. I'm not even kidding. And Jake Sullivan, the national security advisor under Joe Biden, and of course, a high-ranking national security advisor under Barack Obama, they've now picked a person named Maher Bitar, who has worked for Democrats and on Capitol Hill and in the White House to lead the group going into the 2028 primary season.
Ben Rhodes literally earned the nickname Hamas in the Obama White House for his anti-Israel positions. Now he's building the foreign policy team for 2028. This isn't speculation. They're openly recruiting and organizing for Obama's return.
Obama won. And I know for some people thinking, oh, okay, well, Obama won. That means the moderates. No, he was never moderate. He was never moderate. And this is why you ended up with Donald Trump, because Obama was not moderate. And now he's sweeping back in. That's what comes next.
The cycle is completing. Obama's radicalism created Trump. Trump's victory was temporary. And now Obama's back with the entire Democratic establishment behind him. They've learned from 2016. This time they won't hide their agenda. They'll normalize it.
So Barack Obama's radical. So the Democratic Party's moving in a radical direction. So they're organizing for their revenge. They won't be able to get there They won't be able to get, the American people are too moderate for it. They'll see through it. So first of all, we didn't see through it in 2008. But second of all, they're going to have some help.
The difference is Obama now has Silicon Valley, legacy media, and academia completely aligned behind him. In 2008, he had to work around moderate Democrats. In 2028, the entire party apparatus is already radical. The coalition is stronger than ever.